What's good, NBA 2K TV? This is Kevin Cruz, and my favorite feature in NBA 2K24 has been the introduction of Pro Play. And I've created some mean Steph Curry combos that I take with me to every game mode, whether it's in my team or in the rec. And I have
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. Now Golden State's starting five. The championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt, with Green working at power forward. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Jackson Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Rockets, the wings, Green and Brooks. The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in the point guard. Well, how long does all of your off-season rest usually last you at the start of the regular season? Like when do you start to really feel the games again?
You know, the fatigue comes at you fast, Kevin. So that rested feeling only lasts about a couple weeks. Nothing wears you out like playing NBA ball.
Now here's Curry. Shoots over Van Vliet. Curry, good.
Making use of the in-between area. Curry's ability to break defenses down opens up these shots.
Brooks for three. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
On the wing, Wiggins. On the wing, Wiggins. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. On the wing, Brooks over Curry. He drains the quick shot. Brooks has got 5 now.
Heads up play by Smith, giving it away instead of forcing something.
And it's the Warriors' ball. It's a 3-point game. Van Vliet against Curry. Here's Jackson Davis. Şengün with the rebound. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against the San Antonio Spurs.
And we've seen some pretty impressive things from Alperen Şengün.
Yeah, young fella already has a record to his name. The youngest center to get at least 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in one game. Do you want to know who the previous record holder was, Greg? Listen, I got you. It was Shaq.
There's the pass to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Green. And the Warriors miss again.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
Van Vliet can't get it to go. Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. It's Curry outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
On the wing, Brooks. A three-pointer is right on target. 8 points for him.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Here's Green, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Green against Thompson. Smith on the wing. And another 3 for Houston.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Thompson passes to Green. Here's Wiggins. Pass to Curry. Rockets with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
You love seeing Smith Jr. be assertive off the catch. Great shot.
Curry against Van Vliet. Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Jackson Davis. Golden State moving the ball around. Fires from the line. And it's Wiggins missing. Here's Houston now. They've got a 13-2 run going. So the Warriors GA last summer deciding to maximize the Curry, Clay, Draymond timeline.
And have slowly swapped their youth for vet contributors. Sit Poole out for the veteran Paul. They know the window is closing and want one more title.
Houston leading by 9. Smith on the wing. Three-pointer. Draymond Green pulls it in.
2 minutes.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. And it's blocked. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself. Yep, that one goes. Brooks has got 10 points in the game.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And when you look at Dylan Brooks, he's someone that doesn't mind playing the villain.
Yeah, he definitely seems to embrace this villain role, Greg. And look, a guy like that keeps getting under your skin, that can be a benefit for your team.
With a big group substitution here. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Whitmore comes in for Brooks. Thompson, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Now, here's Kuminga. Last time out, he had 13 points. Here's Payton. To the left side wing. Pass to Kuminga. Paul against Holiday. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Now the Rockets with it. Some momentum with a 15-2 run underway. Pass to Smith from downtown. Here's Adams. Banked in off the glass.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Warriors trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And there's the pass to Kuminga. No good on the three. Rockets have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. On the wing, Holiday buries it from three-point range.
And such great feel for the game. Whitmore knowing where his teammates are at all times.
Timeout called. The Warriors outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
Yes, that's definitely one that they want back. But you can't dwell on mistakes in the NBA. They need to forget about it, and it's on to the next one.
Holiday against Paul. Golden State moving the ball around. Now here's Kuminga. Tight defense on him. Payton's shot is off.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Will it go? And he sinks the layup.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Here's Whitmore. They grab their own miss. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Rockets lead by 14. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
6.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
And often players want to discuss calls with the officials, but Greg, what was your approach with those conversations with referees?
Okay, well, it depended on the conversation, but at the end of the day, you realize they've got a job to do just like you do, and you try to keep it as respectful as possible and yet still be able to get your point across.
The guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. Alperen Şengün out there with Green, and it's Brooks in at the 3 side. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Down by 15. And it's Kuminga, top of the key. Back to Curry. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
Not just a jump shooter. Curry is so creative at figuring out little ways to score inside.
Brooks, left side. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Brooks has got 13.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Curry against Van Vliet. Curry kicks to Wiggins. Back to Curry. Curry showing toughness inside.
You think you may throw Steph off? No way. So focused.
Richard, the Houston Rockets were once a powerhouse team in the West, especially during the 2010s.
Yeah, they even gave the KD and Steph Curry Warriors a run for their money. Look, the James Harden era in Houston was special, and now they're trying to get back into contention.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Steph Curry has checked. Changed the game, but going to be hard to emulate. Steve Kerr says he has maybe the best hand-eye coordination in the world. Coach is not bad in his own right as the career leader in three-point percentage, but in their free throw competitions, Steve says he swishes everything. The guy's annoying. I can't beat him. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And Richard, for the Warriors, a number of future Hall of Famers playing a part. But Stephen Curry, we all know this, is the center of it all.
He's the greatest shooter ever, Kev. We all know that. But when people say that he changed the game, a lot of times I like to give credit to the entire team. Having Klay Thompson helped Steph be Steph. And having Draymond Green with that defense and his passing ability helped Steph's game go to another level.
He's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. In the third spot, Fred VanVleet.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Houston leading by 12. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Brooks. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
He's a magician inside. Curry always finds a window.
Houston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the three-ball well. Brooks, the pass to Green. Fades. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors trail by 10. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Oh, Thompson, tough shot.
Oh, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Green up on top. He's covered by Thompson. And Green gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 10.
The defense does have Green well covered, but look, he fights through it and finds a way inside.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Now here's Kuminga. Still yet to score. Thompson misses.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
What an entrance to the league Jalen Green has had.
So much success early on in his career, and it was expected. He's a scoring machine. Anything he's asked to do on the floor, he can get it done.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of this group.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Free throw good, VanVleet. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
And so VanVleet nails both of them.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Here's Paul. Warriors getting another chance here. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. He's coming off an excellent season, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And he sported some of the quickest hands in the league last year, putting him top 3 in steals. He was consistently all over the basketball. Passes it to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over VanVleet. Paul can't get that one to fall.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's a 14-point game. Pass to Kuminga. Over Smith. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Rockets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Eason, the bounce pass. Ball against Van Vliet. Here's the floater. That shot missing.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Whitmore, he's checked in for the Rockets. Thompson comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Now, here's Thompson. Defense right on him. Adams finds Smith. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Thompson. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Green. Hey, Richard, you look at Houston's roster. They are stacked with high-level athletes.
The Houston Rockets have done a great job of adding players that they feel can add strength and cultivate skill. Because athleticism, that's something that you just can't teach. Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Rockets, Şengün comes in for Steven Adams, and Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Jalen Green.
Aaron Holiday.
Smith outside. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Green with the rebound. Warriors trail by 14. Here's Payton. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists. And RJ, with Gary Payton second, he has one of the most inspiring success stories in our league.
Undrafted in 2016, he spent 5 years grinding in the G League, but he finally broke through in 2022. His defense was a major factor for the Warriors' championship run.
That's good from Payton. Here's Holiday. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. In the corner, it's Whitmore. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and it creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You got to blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Here's Podziemski. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Podziemski. The pass to Paul. Over Holiday. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so we conclude the first half. Rockets ahead. They're up by 11. Our chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Steph, Coach said that you had to make them feel you physically in this game. How important is it to continue doing that in the second half?
That's a big deal. I mean, just being physical and, make the right plays, and then hopefully put ourselves in good position to win.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. It was a fast pace for Houston at the outset. They blasted through the opening period like a tornado, at one point leading by 16. They could do nothing wrong in the first quarter, ending with a 14-point lead. They survived various ups and downs in the second quarter, never really giving too much away, though, and were able to roll into halftime up by 11. What did you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
To
three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living, and they're living good, baby.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Golden State?
Well, the best way that they can get back into this game is to show up their rebound. They need to prevent second-chance points and fight. I mean fight to get their own. If they could do that, this game's still within.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
They are here, the one and only Punch City, Texas.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Houston leading by 11, setting the floor for the Warriors. The championship core of the Warriors is out there. Curry and Thompson in the backcourt, with Green working at power forward. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Jackson Davis in at the 5. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Curry passes to Wiggins. Puts it up from 15. Here's Jackson Davis. That cuts the lead to single digits. Jackson Davis has got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Warriors. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Now, culture is thrown around a lot in the NBA, but the Warriors team has it in spades, and Kevon Looney says the way we play is the way the locker room is. It's fast, loose, and disciplined. As long as you work, you're able to enjoy what you're doing. Everyone has input, and I think the biggest thing with our culture is we always talk about playing with joy. Kevin?
And they do. Love it, David. Good stuff. Thank you so much. Here's Green, following the basket by Fred VanVleet. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Now here's Green. Over Thompson. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's Jackson Davis. Brooks covering, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Houston leading by 11. And last season, the Warriors' so-called two-timeline approach seemed to fall flat, didn't you think, G.A.?
And whether it was chemistry or younger players still growing into their roles, the Warriors are now clear. There's only one timeline, and that's Steph Curry.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. Yep, that one goes in there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Smith. Great D that time from Green.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
D was too focused on Wiggins scoring. Easy give to his teammate.
Rockets have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Green drives in. Brooks against Wiggins. Stolen away. And Thompson kicks to Wiggins over Brooks. Here's Thompson. Nice D from Brooks.
That's just the bucket you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
The Warriors pull it in. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. On the wing, Thompson. Shangun covering. Thompson against Green. Passes to Shengu. Back to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Nice shot by Smith.
In that mid-range area, consistency is key for Jabari Smith.
Warriors trail by 9. Timeout called the Warriors.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
New lineup here for Houston. Here is the 2K leaderboard with last season's top passing teams. The Warriors, #1.
The way these guys move the ball offensively was really a joy to watch. Great teamwork and unselfishness, and that's why we saw those great assist numbers a season ago.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Bounce pass from Paul to the inside.
Warriors foul. Trace Jackson Davis. First personal foul.
Rockets leading by 9. And certainly flying under the radar this summer was Chris Paul's move to the Golden State Warriors, GA. That is a very interesting move.
Yeah, Paul was on the outs in Phoenix, and after a brief stop in D.C., ended up with the Warriors. Once was a heated rival of the franchise, but that's how fast things can change.
The Rockets shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
The line for Houston, Asa. One shot.
That one misses for Eason.
And what a splash Tari Eason has made with his defense since entering the league.
Yeah, he's just so disruptive when he's on the ball, Greg. He has those arms that just knock everything free. The man is an absolute menace on that side of the floor.
Now here's Thompson. Hasn't made one yet.
In the third. 2 minutes.
And he gets the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 13.
And Thompson letting his athleticism take over there as he was bumped.
Kuminga down low. Eason on him. Here's Pajemski. He's covered by Thompson. They get it back. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. Goes up again. Adams' shot is good. Adams has got 6 points.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Pass to Jackson Davis. To end the run. No good that time. Adams, a nice D. Rockets leading by 15. Here's Thompson. And yes, it's good. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Timeout called the Warriors.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Let's hear it one more time for your one and only Clark City, Texas.
For the Rockets, Green, he's checked in for Adams. And it's Whitmore in for Tari Eason. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Al Paul. Still scoreless. And again, no good by Golden State.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Here's Whitmore. 17-point lead, their biggest. Tate. Basket, good.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
With 4 seconds on the clock, in deep, Paul drops it in.
Paul with those little micro hesitations. I'm just glad I don't have to guard him anymore.
And so it's Houston out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be right back after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Warriors trail by 17. The wings, Green and Brooks. Whitmore is out there with Halper and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Thompson with the three.
See, it's Clay's accuracy that makes him so hard to stop. He's a constant threat from range.
To the middle. Brooks against Wiggins. Fade away. Nice shot by Brooks. And the Rockets lead by 16.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Curry passes to Green. Brooks against Wiggins. Down low. Here's Kuminga. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Whitmore. And here is Van Vliet. Shoots over Curry. They get it again. And it's Whitmore missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Inside, here's Whitmore. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Wiggins has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Now, here's Curry. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them. And here is Van Vliet to the inside. Whitmore, good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. Curry against Van Vliet. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Şengün's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Green. The Warriors pull it in. Wiggins outside. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. Whitmore with it. Kuminga on him. Misses the layup. Now the feed to Curry. And that one is good.
His shot has been on point from the opening tip. He's pretty much kept them in the game.
Van Vliet passes to Green. Here's Whitmore, defended by Kuminga. Van Vliet gets to Green. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Rockets lead by 15.
He can get it down off the dribble or off the catch. Green is just a flat-out shooter.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And Coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Dylan Brooks.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play, and this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team, told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And it's Wiggins missing.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Warriors trail by 15.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Out of bounds. Houston ball.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Rockets. Down low. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Smith. Houston moving it around. Van Vliet outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Curry with the rebound. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. All right, Richard, with the game on the line, which current player would you choose taking the last shot?
You can't go wrong with Dame time. KD is up there, too, because he can get his shot off from anywhere. But you give me one shot, I'm going to say Klay Thompson.
Thompson with the bucket.
Because of his footwork and fundamentals, Thompson always looks on balance and does a great job of squaring his shoulders.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Houston.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Dylan Brooks.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
Now, here's Curry. There's Green with the 3. Green with the rebound. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Brooks against Wiggins. Brooks feeling it out a bit. So we see the Rockets get the win here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
And for our finale for the 2K TV wrap party, we've got Team 2K TV versus the world. So welcome to the show. This is very exciting because we're going to run 5v5 today.
Shout out to all of the community joining us here today. You guys are awesome at the game, and I'm a little bit intimidated. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Let's talk about the strategy.
Houston, Texas, the site for the Hornets. An electric and explosive forward, Miles Bridges, on the rise in every sense, and he'll be counted on as they prime themselves to the task ahead at the Toyota Center. Hornets, Rockets, up next. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. So the Hornets starting five. Ball and Martin are the 1 and the 2. Miller is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Williams in at the 5. And for Houston, Brooks and Smith make up the 2 forwards. Van Vliet and Green man the backcourt, and it's Şengün in at the center position. Clark, a couple of teams here tonight desperately looking for a win, and both need one to get off the mat.
I agree with you there, B. I think we're going to see teams playing with tremendous urgency here. No lack of effort tonight, because both of these teams are hungry to capture a W.
Here we go. And the tip goes to Houston. Martin against Green. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Cody Martin.
Inside, Green's energetic play makes him really hard to contest without fouling. The defense's best effort turns into a foul.
And that one misses. One thing about Jalen Green, his path to the NBA was through the G League, Clark.
And, you know, I think we'll see more and more players take that path, those who don't want to go to college. It's a really good way to enter into NBA-level experience early on. You want to get your feet wet before diving into the big time? That's a good way to do it.
He hits the second from the line. Clark for the Houston Rockets. They've been in rebuild mode for a couple of seasons now.
Yeah, trying to build back up to being a force in the West, Brian. Some decent young talent. You tweak the roster a little bit, and good things can develop.
And the basket by Bridges.
Well, I tell you what, it's obvious Bridges takes great pride in working through contact and capitalizing.
Green in the post. He's guarded by Martin. The Hornets pull it in. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
They split the 2 games they played last year. Both teams really struggled to find wins throughout the season.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. They get the rebound.
Effort paying off for Smith, able to get in there and find the second chance shot.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They come into this one following a loss to Brooklyn.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Brooks outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
A throwback wing. Dillon Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Ball passes to Bridges. Good D by Şengün.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
Yeah, look at the strength from Van Vliet. Not the biggest, but wouldn't be denied.
And here's Ball. Coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn.
And he brought the defense, secured 4 steals over the course of the game.
Miller can't get it to go. And it's Houston's ball. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Ball with a steal. Here we go. And there's the lob. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
8th in blocks. And the way they attacked the glass was absolutely infectious, finishing in the top 10 in total rebounding in the league.
And yeah, they love to get out in the open floor. That's what this roster was constructed to do. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Green. Out to the right wing. Şengün, the open look. And the Rockets tack on 2 more.
Good read from Green there. Getting better at sensing when his teammates are wide open and need the ball.
Ball taking his time here. Pass to Bridges. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Houston in the lead. On the wing, Green, hounded by Ball. Brooks outside. To the inside. Here's Şengün. Right through the D for the layup.
At home in the paint. Alperen Şengün has great footwork.
Charlotte calls timeout. Clark, when it comes to Charlotte, their roster skewed to the young side for a few seasons now.
And that lack of experience is part of the reason they've struggled for a while now, B.A. Young teams inevitably must go through growing pains. Charlotte's had a tough time finding stability.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. The Rockets, number 1.
And it was just great watching them be so assertive on the offensive glass. This is a team that trusted in their ability to keep possessions alive last season.
Pass to Miller. Here's Mann. Shot to stop the run. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what you get from Brandon Miller. I mean, he can really whip passes there around the court.
Now here's Holiday. Elbow shot on the way. And it's Whitmore missing.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Miller on the wing man. Shoots over Thompson. Tries again. And he lays it in. Now that makes it a tie ball game.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Thompson, no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 9 from the floor. 1:24 left in the opening quarter. Five to shoot. Pass to Miller. Let's go with a 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And there's a reason Miller was a volume 3-point shooter in college, because he's extremely accurate.
Now here's Holiday. Defense is right there. Here's Whitmore. Six on the shot clock. Can they get it? The drive by Holiday. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. Green's checked in for the Rockets. Eason comes in for Tate. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Thompson. The Rockets with another miss.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Miller. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Hornets. They lead by 3. And we'll be back with you shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. Taking a look at the Hornets' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And so it's Charlotte with it. 3-point lead. This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Ball and Martin are the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Miller. And it's Williams in at the 5 down low. Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Green. Lets it go from 14. Second chance effort. Van Vliet misses.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. Boy, LaMelo Ball is such a special young talent, Clark. What stands out most to you?
Well, I like his length. He's a rangy point guard, but it's how dynamic he is, B.A. He's also got deep shooting range.
Brooks outside. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Brooks. 6 to shoot. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from Williams. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And taking a look at last year's stats. Here were the players that led the way in terms of steals. In the third spot, Fred Van Vliet.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
The Rockets trail. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, LaMelo Ball's shooting touch was questioned coming into the league, but it's been pretty steady. He said, quote, "I think I'm a great shooter. I've had it since a young age. I feel every shot I take is going to go in, and my confidence is really high." He said, "I practice these shots. It's all in the snap of the wrist and the follow-through." Brian?
Ooh, very interesting. A flick of the wrist. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff. And here are the Rockets now. After the basket by Charlotte. The drive by Brooks. And there's the call on Cody Martin. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that's 2 fouls for him so far. But I still think he needs to stay aggressive.
So for the Rockets, Şengün checked in for Green. Smith comes in for Eason. And Tate is subbed in for Brooks. And here are the Rockets now. Nothing on offense from them yet in this second quarter. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Here's Şengün. Hornets with the rebound. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass the ball. Now Bridges from deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Well, after finishing tied for last in the West last year, Clark, Houston is looking for a turn of events.
You know, 13 guys on last year's roster, BA, with 3 years of experience or less. But this summer, Houston bringing in some good vets, headlined by Fred Van Vliet, and they're looking to compete at a much higher level. Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Bridges outside. Beyond the arc. To the wing on the left. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Outside Tate. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They still need this. And he nails the jumper. Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Rockets. Holiday comes in for Fred VanVleet. An easy 2 on the layup. And the Hornets lead by 7.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Mann. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Grant, you've been the up-and-comer, but you've also played the role of the veteran. What's the key to that latter stage?
You know, B.A., your contributions as a veteran are felt just as much with your leadership as they are with your numbers. So sharing what you've learned with those younger players on the way up is so important.
First free throw is good, and you watch Charlotte. Boy, they play with pace, Grant.
Oh, B.A., they tend to get a lot of shots up. Heavy volume team, but when those shots are falling, they can compete against anyone.
Whitmore's checked in for the Rockets. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 1:50 left in the second. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Şengün. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Şengün's got 6.
Defense on top of Şengün inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
Here's Mann. Plenty of space. 2 points. That one goes. Mann's got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. 1 free throw coming up.
Defensive foul. Cody Martin.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And the Rockets making a change here. Adams is checked in.
In addition to skill set, most rookies need to adjust physically to the NBA. Not Whitmore. He's got grown man strength.
He's covered by Holiday. To the middle. Here's Richards. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Now Thompson. Still no points. Whitmore. The Rockets with another miss. 32 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second team foul. At the line for the Hornets, Trey Mann. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Brooks is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the half. Holiday with the ball. Richards picks him up. The shot by Holiday, no good. He's covered by Holiday. Pass to Martin. Fires the three. And that's not going to go.
And when it comes to defensive wings, Brooks is as good as it gets.
And so it's Charlotte ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back after this word.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a 3-point lead. An excellent second quarter from these guys, and they lead by 10 at the half. Shaq, your thoughts on the Hornets?
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. A good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect. I expect the defense to pack it in a little more in the second half and try to force those guys to stay outside.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Obviously, that was U-G-L-Y. It's ugly. Nothing. 30% from the field, disorganized, chucking up bad shots. Man, I tell you, they have to adjust their play, and they got to get better looks.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And Charlotte's shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at the 5. Green and Brooks on the perimeter. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
Here's Green. Ooh, Green wanted those two.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Here's Brooks. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Now here's Ball. No points so far. Five on the clock. Bridges outside. The 3. Nails it from 3.
Bridges.
And the Hornets lead by 13.
No hesitation from Bridges there. He knows exactly when he should look to shoot it off the catch.
Taking a look at the Charlotte Hornets, Clark, a team that has struggled to find their identity.
And, because of this, they've been very inconsistent, up and down. We've seen them beat some good teams, VA, but we've also seen them go on some bad losing streaks.
Here's Ball, following the score by Houston. Pass to Martin. And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Miller. Brooks defending. All alone. Miller can't get it to go. The Rockets have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Brooks outside. To the paint. And there's Şengün on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists in the game.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Here's Ball. Here's Williams. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Here's Brooks. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. LaMelo working inside.
Boy, that was not as easy as he made it look. That was a tough shot. Great take by Ball and make.
Van Vliet with it. He takes it in. The Hornets pull it in. Bridges has got 4 rebounds now. Martin the pass to Ball. The 3-ball. Rockets with a rebound. Sengun's got 6 rebounds in the game. The kick out to Van Vliet. Smith outside. Pass to Green. Some solid defense from Williams. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. And Bridges, here we go. Can't cash it in from close range.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Brooks against Martin. Brooks, the pass to Van Vliet. Clock at 6. Shot from the wing. And down it goes. 2 points. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the night.
And clearly from mid-range, Van Vliet seems pretty comfortable. As long as he likes the angle, that's a shot he can make.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Fourth in rebounding, and they were solid in the steals category. Top 15, a team you couldn't fall asleep against when handling the rock.
And you mentioned, they were the best team in the league when it comes to second chance points. Hustle was in their team DNA. So it's the Hornets now. 9-point game.
In the third. 2 minutes.
Williams passes to man. Shot clock at 5. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Here's Whitmore. 1:42 left in the third quarter. Outside Holiday. Down low. Green. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Pass to Richards. Williams with it. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. Richards' shot is off.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Now here's Holiday. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. That shot missing. Here's Mann, defended by Thompson. The baseline J is on the way. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's good.
We see a taste of Thompson's ridiculous athleticism, keeping his body under control while taking a hit.
And here's Bridges. He's got 9. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Ball violation. That's a jump ball.
And the Rockets with possession here. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Rockets trail. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. Trey Mann out there with ball. Then there's Grant Williams. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. Green, the pass to Van Vliet. Pass to Şengün. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Ball. Here's Miller. And there's the foul. It's on Grant Williams. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
So for the Hornets, Williams is checked in for Williams. And it's Martin in for Mann.
Cody Martin.
And Houston is shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Smith. And here is Green. Now Şengün. And it's Martin with the rebound. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Inside, here's Williams. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here's Van Vliet. Count it.
Ooh, shaking them out of their shoes. Van Vliet with the moves.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. It's Martin on the wing. Green covering. Martin misses.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And it's the Hornets on the break. That shot off the mark. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. Outside Easton. Pass to Smith. Hornets with the rebound. Here's Miller. Down low. Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Houston calls timeout.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
He's checked in for Easton. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle, and Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Martin. Up top, Richards. Ball finds Martin. And he gets it to go. And now a 9-point Hornet lead.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
To the inside. And there's Smith. That one's good on the assist by Brooks.
All that time in the weight room for Smith Jr. starting to pay dividends. Looked like it on that finish for sure.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Richards with it. He's against Smith. Here's Ball. Rebound by Van Vliet. For Houston, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Outside for Green. Pass to Brooks. Here's Van Vliet. And Sengun throw it down.
When the stakes rise, you need guys who will step up and rise with it. Nice play by Sengun.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte.
Welcome to the floor, your Hot City Texans.
Let's take a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Miles Bridges.
Defensively, they were not prepared for his inside game. They were not able to deny him the ball, and once he got it, he was so quick and able to get to work. Just a masterful performance in the paint tonight.
The Hornets making a switch here. Bridges is checked in. Now here's Ball. They get it back. Another shot. No good on the layup. The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Brooks. Williams grabs the board. The Hornets with a lead. Pass to Martin.
2 minutes remaining.
Back to Ball.
2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Miller. Clock at 6. Good.
As a rookie, Miller is already a 3-level scorer.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for Houston. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. No good with a layup. Well, the Hornets shooting 44% here in the fourth quarter to the paint. Here's Martin. The Rockets pull it in. Van Vliet right side. And the layup is good off the glass. Van Vliet's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, you have to love the intensity Van Vliet plays with in these situations. He's always ready to meet a challenge.
Ball no good. For Houston, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Van Vliet misses. And for Charlotte, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Bridges finds Ball. Rebounded by Green.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And the Hornets with possession here. The Rockets getting their last shot to go. Here's Ball. Solid defense from Van Vliet.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what. He's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been a factor.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Green against Martin. The shot no good. Green with the defensive effort. And the Rockets call time here. They're behind by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what's your take?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Houston with the ball.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
Yes! Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. 11 seconds left in the final quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 2. There's 10 seconds left in the final quarter. Now here's Van Vliet. That'll count if it goes. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot attempt falls offline. And so it's the Hornets who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. So long, everybody.
The All-Stars versus the No-Stars. Who will prevail?
John? Yep. Good find.
Shot, John?
Yes!
John, Chris. There you go.
Nice.
Here we go.
This is what I'm talking about. Fight.
Good D, John. 3 seconds.
Oh, 3.
What?
That was 3 in the key.
This is our last chance at redemption for the year. We got to lock in right now.
We're good. We're good. We're going to regroup.
And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Barnes is in the front court, along with Murray. Backcourt pair is Fox and Monk. And it's Sabonis in at the 5 down low. And for Houston, the guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. And it's Şengün in at the 5. And we know, Greg, most of the talk coming into this game focused on the front court matchup. A lot of talent in the low post here.
And, you know, a lot of times that means it'll come down to the rebounding battle. Whoever controls the boards will have a big leg up in the physical and mental aspect of this game.
Now Brooks. The shot, no good. Murray with the defensive effort. Green against Monk. To the paint. Sabonis, the pass to Monk. Sabonis against Şengün. Shot clock at 3. And here's Barnes for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference opponents, they're still familiar with each other. Neither team will want to give an inch in this first meeting.
And Barnes has got the ball here for the Sacramento Kings. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Green taking his time here. He can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on Fox.
How about Fox just getting to the rim right there? Great to see him explode at times.
Now here's Van Vliet. Last game he had 12. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
On the wing, Monk. Murray outside. Rebound by Smith. Rockets have gone 0-4, missing their first 4 field goals. So, Brent, after a 16-year playoff drought, the Kings made the cut before losing a very gritty first-round matchup.
What an unbelievable series, Kevin, that was against the Golden State Warriors. Taking them to 7. Ultimately, they came up short, but they've got a ton to be excited about moving forward.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Green.
And once the G League took it to another level, Green skipped college, became the number 2 overall pick in the draft, and that's really changed the landscape.
Both free throws good from Green. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Fox feeling it out a bit. Here's Sabonis. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, Sabonis just cleaning the board, taking care of business. That's just too easy if you're the defense.
Barnes against Brooks. And the layup is good.
Well, that's a healthy make there after missing their first 4 shots. 1 of 5, not what they wanted, but they're on the board.
Here's Fox. Outside for Murray. That 3 off the mark. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Going inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow. Dylan Brooks off the bounce. Teammates are loving that.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
New lineup here for Houston.
And here's a look at stats for Adams. Last year, getting it done. Averaged 8 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. and every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Holiday against Ellis. Out to Thompson from deep. That's JaVale McGee with the rebound. The Kings leading. Here's Vazenkov. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now here is Holiday. And no good that time. Ellis with some nice D. Pass to Herter. Ellis outside. Pass to McGee. Over Adams. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Holiday. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. The Kings have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Here's Vazenkov. Tate covering. Out to the wing. Passes it to Ellis. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point land, the long distance 3 is buried.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Tate finds Adams. And some nice passing there by Houston. It's tipped. Stolen by Ellis. Herter with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Herter showed some great progress in his first year and now showing how much more comfortable he is.
It's his first trip to the line.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Free throw good, Herter.
Already impressing at a young age. Kevin Herter's dead-eye accuracy from deep combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. That's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Green, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Tari Eason subbed in for Tate. And Herter drops them both. Rockets trail by 9. Thompson, high post. No scoring in this one. One-on-one fast break. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Good on the triple.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
And a classic, the bank shot. Very popular at one time. Brent, what happened to it?
I think the only time you really see it, Kevin, is when guys are going in for layups at full speed and trying to take some of that speed off the basketball. But guys really just don't get the ball in possession where they're going to use a good angle off the glass. Those are usually mid-range shots. How many of those do you see?
The guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. Tari Easton is out there with Smith. And it's Green in at the 5 spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. For 3, Murray.
With his size and lateral quickness, Smith has all the tools needed to be an elite defender.
And here is Van Vliet. Still without a basket. Lets the 3 fly. Houston gets it back. Smith. Murray with the defensive effort.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And the dunk by Eason.
Oh, selfless play right there from Green. He's all about getting it to the open man.
And the pass to Sabonis. Over Green. Sacramento again missing. Rockets trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Eason. Green breaking loose. Shot by Eason, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Rocket 6. Sabonis, no good.
He's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Fox against Van Vliet. To the middle, Smith. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Smith's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Kings are still figuring everything out. De'Aaron Fox said we're still learning each other. What we're doing offensively is great. We have to prove defensively, but that'll come with time and chemistry. Domantas Sabonis added, it's just the beginning. The more we get a feel for each other, it's definitely going to get easier for us. Kevin?
Yeah, a rising power. I think all of us on this broadcast agree with that. David, thank you. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Brent, many noteworthy second-generation stars in the NBA right now, like Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, unbelievable. Had a chance to play against his dad. He was a force to be reckoned with at the center position, but Domantas has exceeded him in some ways, like multiple all-star selections.
Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Green. Jayshawn Tate comes in for Jabari Smith. And Brooks subbed in for Tari Eason. Monk's checked in for the Kings. Şengün kicks to Brooks. Houston moving it around. Houston needs to get a shot. 20 feet out. Tate, no good. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to the Hornets.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
13 feet away. Fox, no good. And so Brooks will bring it up for Houston. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Murray down low, working on Tate to the paint. Here's Sabonis. Nails the baby hook. Sabonis has got the lead up to 12 now for the Kings.
Now, this is where Sabonis can play tricks. He's got every move at his disposal.
Here's Brooks. And that one hits back iron.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Here's Fox. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Well, so critical for Fox to get the attention of the defense in this way. He's got to make them fear him.
Green, the pass to Şengün. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. Coming off a terrific season, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And he sported some of the quickest hands in the league last year, putting him top 3 in steals. He was consistently all over the basketball. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Whitmore comes in for Tate. Thompson, he's checked in for Green. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Monk against Thompson. Monk kicks to Lyles. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
They get the rebound. Adams. And he uses the glass on the layup. Adams has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Steven Adams always working the offensive glass, strong and aggressive in there, and gets that second chance hoop.
Pass to Lyles. Brooks against Herter. Brooks grabs the board. Rockets trail by 12. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Smart dish there by Brooks to a wide-open man, getting him the assist and his team some needed points.
Fox passes to Lyles. Passes it to Herter. It's rebounded by Houston. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Whitmore. And Whitmore throws it down.
Oh, man. When Cam Whitmore throws it down, you feel bad for the rim.
Fox passes to Lyles. He kicks it to Monk. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
And it's Adams on the follow.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Sacramento in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Sacramento came out looking very confident. They led by as many as 12 points, fueled by tough defense and great offense. They were sitting on top with a 12-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Momentum shifted slightly in the second quarter, causing them to lose some traction, but they still ended the half up by 8. Big fella, what's your take on Sacramento so far?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
And Kenny, what do you have to say about the Rockets?
A combination of poor shooting and poor shot selection. That's what my take was. They need to be more patient, run the offense all the way through, and let everyone touch the ball. Otherwise, they're playing into the other team's hands.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One guy who's been getting it done is Domantas Sabonis.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. One half to go. Sacramento leading by 8 on the court for Sacramento. Sabonis is the center with Murray next to him. Backcourt pair is Fox and Monk, and it's Barnes at the small forward.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Brooks. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Brooks has got 6.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Van Vliet against Fox. Barnes left side. Over Şengün. Barnes can't get it to go. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Rockets. 6-point game. Nice shot by Brooks.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Now the pass to Sabonis. Over Şengün. And a nice play by Sabonis as he scores. He's got 8. The Rockets shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Thompson twins, Amen and Asar, became the first set of twins to become first-round draft picks this summer. Amen said making the NBA has been our whole dream since the 3rd grade. Asar added, I always have someone there to push me and to keep it 100 with me. We're never too high or too low, and we're always just there for each other and want one another to succeed. Kevin?
Oh, man, that's tremendous. David, thanks. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got 8 rebounds in this game. Inside, and it's Murray with the jam.
And how about Monk there scanning the floor for the open teammate? That's how you develop a trust from your teammates.
Pass to Smith. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. The shot's good. Here's Fox. He dishes it to Barnes. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Barnes has got his first points of the game.
Maybe the length helping out Harrison Barnes that time to collect.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
It's T-shirt time! Get on your feet and get wild!
For the Rockets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Şengün. And Torrey Eason subbed in for Brooks. Then for the Kings, JaVale McGee's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Kevin Huerter comes in for Monk. And it's Ellis in for Fox. There's Van Vliet. He has yet to score. The Rockets again can't hit. Murray against Green. Here's Ellis. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
Assist from.
And it's a 9-point Kings lead.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
On the wing, Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Once Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
Here's Huerter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jalen Green.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Jabari Smith. Whitmore comes in for Tari Eason. Thompson, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And Herder drops them both. Rockets trail by 9. Now Whitmore. Down low. And Adams kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. Thompson. There's the feed to Adams. They kick it out to Green. The tray. Rebound by the Kings. They've led by as many as 14 points. To the inside. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. Driving to the basket. And it's Whitmore missing. Kings leading now by 11. Hey, Greg, here we are watching Cam Whitmore. What impresses you most about his game?
Kevin, for me, I think it's his toughness. He's not afraid to get physical underneath the basket, and I really love how gritty he is on the D as well.
Now, here's Thompson. Scoreless thus far. Comes up empty down low.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Holiday up top. He's guarded by Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Whitmore. McGee with the block. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
Thompson with it. To stop the run. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Sacramento Kings feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The wings, Green and Brooks. The pairing up front, Smith and Şengün. And it's VanVleet in at the 1. It's the 5 for Houston right now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Offensive rebound, Barnes. Nice D from Brooks.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Outside, Green. Smith in the posts, guarded by Fox. From deep, Green. The Rockets with the new 14. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Pass to Monk. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything. And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Fox dishes to McGee. Passes it to Fox. Drives to the hoop. Shoots over Van Vliet. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Monk. Monk's got 4 assists now tonight. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Oh, nice mid-range. Jalen Green, I didn't know guys born in 2002 knew about that area of the floor.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Murray's checked in for JaVale McGee. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, guys, during the break, listened in to Mike Brown. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Barnes can't get it to go.
It's a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
The pass to Fox. Murray for 3. Brooks grabs the board. It's trailed by 13. And there's the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And what a fearless drive by Brooks, going right into the defense there and drawing the foul.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Kings.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
And there's been another bonus to what's happened with them tonight, and that's the offensive rebounding. They're boxing out. They're getting up extra shots. That could be a difference maker in the result.
That free throw, no good.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
And he sinks the second. Sacramento leading by 12. And here is Fox. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. But Van Vliet picks one up.
And it just doesn't seem to matter where Fox is on the floor, Brett. He's got the confidence to make shots.
Yeah, Greg, I feel like last year he took a huge step in terms of the confidence that he has to impact the game. Now it's about, can he pick his spots, making sure that guys are involved. That's the next evolution of De'Aaron Fox.
And that one misses.
It's definitely part of the game that Fox wants to work on. These haven't been easy for him in the past.
And the second free throw, good. And here are the Rockets now. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Monk against Green. Van Vliet outside. Şengün inside. And it's good, 2 points.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Green against Monk. Outside, Sabonis. Clock at 6. Fox against Van Vliet. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. And it's Murray with the jam.
One of the things the coaching staff loves about Murray, just doesn't quit on a play.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
2 straight losses coming into this game had them looking for any kind of spark, and he was the one to give it to them with a superb performance off the bench. Here's Green. Van Vliet looking around. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Monk. The kick out to Fox. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Sabonis, no good.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Barnes with it. Now Smith defending. They get it back.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Sacramento.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ellis.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Inside.
And while perimeter play might be Smith's calling card, he does have the size to do damage inside.
At the line for Houston, Jabari Smith.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Smith.
Second overall pick in 2022. Smith, instead of trying to take the league by storm, he was looking for ways to fit in within the system. And that's what coaches love about players like him.
He's perfect from the line this time. On offense, here are the Kings. 17 points was their biggest margin. Thompson against Monk. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Allman, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
All right, here we go. Game 2.
Here we go. Redemption.
Oh, man. I don't like losing the tip. No.
Yep, switch on there. Fox now. Yep.
Sorry, John. I didn't want to risk it.
Y'all good?
Good take, Chris.
Great take, Chris.
There we go.
All right, 2 up on the board.
Oh, that's a...
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us from the floor. Now let's take a look at the Kings' opening lineup. Barnes and Murray at the 3 and the 4. Fox and Monk, they're the guards. And it's Sabonis in at the 5. And for the Rockets, Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at the 5. Van Vliet and Green man the backcourt, and it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. Well, Richard, very early going in the NBA calendar. Think back to your rookie season. What were some of your first impressions?
Oh, my rookie year was a whirlwind. We were picked to finish last in the Eastern Conference. We got going from the start, and we were #1 all the way into the NBA Finals. So for me, my rookie year, it was pretty much just a blur.
Now, here's Green. To the middle. Here's Şengün. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
A sometimes underrated playmaker, Green showing good patience and vision.
Fox against Van Vliet. Barnes feeling it out a bit. For 3. Offensive board. Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Just doing his job. Sabonis is there to snag the offensive rebound and put it right back.
Van Vliet, the pass to Şengün. Shoots over Sabonis. The kick out to Van Vliet. Back to Şengün. That one no good. Sabonis with some nice D. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. This game following their win against the Rockets.
Oh, my. Talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching. Having your players focused.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Rebound by the Kings.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
And Richard, this summer, the Rockets hitting fast forward on their rebuild, signing some key veterans.
Headlined by all-star point guard Fred VanVleet. He was a coveted free agent. Listen, with their upcoming draft pick not under their control, I think the front office figured may as well go after wins now.
Here's VanVleet following the score by Sacramento. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Sabonis. The Kings have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Green against Monk. Sabonis. It's deflected. Pass to Brooks. Back to Green. Here's the floater. And it's good on the lay-in.
It is impressive how Green can sink shots after contact. Great body control for a player his size.
Fox outside. Smith with the rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Van Vliet. Can't hit from in close. The Kings leading. Here's Monk. And he buries his first look.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Now a timeout called by Houston. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
And when you look at it, that shooting percentage is an ugly one. Anytime you see it in the lower 30s, you know it's probably a rough night.
Yeah, they really got held down in that one. If you can't get points on the board, then you're pretty much beat no matter what.
going with a whole new group out there. All right, let's take a quick pause and look at the best shooting teams from last season. The Kings in second.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Holiday. Oh, McGee with the block. Outside Herder. Pass to Ellis. No luck on that one. Ooh, good work defensively by Holiday.
Two minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Just 5 to shoot. Ooh, McGee with the block. Here's Ellis. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. Here's the teardrop. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Now here's Holiday, guarded closely. Again, Holiday missing.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Back to Herder. 4-3. Offensive rebound, McGee. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 8-point game. Pass to Whitmore. Outside Tate. Adams inside. Covered by McGee. Here's Whitmore. Thompson outside. Shoots over McGee. Adams controls the rebound and the putback.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Herder. The Rockets pull it in.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Thompson right side. Rebounded by Lyles. Here's Vezinkov. No made baskets yet. The baseline J. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Sacramento with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Sacramento?
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
All right, guys, my favorite phrase of the 22-23 season, light the beam.
I'm going to be really honest, B.A., it was a pretty cool effect. The Kings lighting a purple beam from their arena anytime they won, it was a really cool rallying cry for the city. And look, it worked. Sacramento ended up ending the longest playoff drought in North American sports.
Van Vliet and Green man the backcourt. Jeff Green out there with Smith, and it's Eason in at small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And this is what you love about Sabonis. It's his energy and passion for the game.
Van Vliet against Fox. Van Vliet, the pass to Smith. That one is off. Great D that time from Murray. And Sacramento shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. Green against Monk. Pass to Fox. Sabonis with it. Kicks it out to Barnes. Murray from outside. He shoots again. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
They definitely came into that one hoping to be competitive. Unfortunately, they were anything but.
You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NBA, so you're surprised whenever you see a lopsided score.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. Well, the saying is defense wins championships. But in this day and age, don't you need both?
No question, B.A. You definitely do. I mean, we've seen plenty of great defenses flame out in the playoffs because they couldn't put up points. Defense alone isn't enough. You need a balance of both.
Dylan Brooks checked in for the Rockets. That's off as well, so he misses both. What an exciting season 22-23 was for Sacramento. But the run ended too soon, Richard.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people were rooting for the Kings. Fresh blood in the playoff. But in the end, it was their upstate rivals, Warriors, that reminded everyone who they are.
Fox finds Barnes. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And a moment to check out the 2K leaderboard. Here were the best rebounders last season. Domantas Sabonis on top.
And this is someone who loves being aggressive on the glass. He proved it last season with how dominant he was collecting rebounds.
Green against Monk. Van Vliet outside. Over Fox. The Rockets again can't hit.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Inside. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Fox has got 6.
Getting hit on the shot, but Fox is wiry strong.
Barnes against Brooks. And here the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Green. Green gets it to go off the drive.
So quick on the drive. When Green is slicing with confidence, he is hard to stop.
Van Vliet against Fox. Outside Murray. Three-pointer. Doesn't go that time. The Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox are a great tandem. Sabonis said, quote, "He lets me be me. A starting point guard usually doesn't like the big man bringing up the ball, but he lets me do my thing, and I feel like we feed off of each other. He's so fast. He gets to the rim, I can get him open, and then let him do his thing, so it works both ways." Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
Shooting for Sacramento. Murray taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Well, Richard, just like 2022, it was another finish in the bottom for the Houston Rockets in 2023.
Had them taking Amen Thompson 4th in the draft lottery, but I like his game a lot. Now it's about them making their own luck. And look, when they add these new veteran additions, they've got a good chance.
Şengün checked in for the Rockets. Whitmore comes in for Eason. And so he hits both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And here's Brooks. He's scoreless. The putback. Rebounded by Lyles.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Ellis. Rockets with a rebound. Here's Brooks. And the layup is good. Brooks has got his first points of the game.
And just as tough as they come, Dylan Brooks battling for 2 points.
Pass to Lyles. Here's Ellis. The shot's good. Ellis has got his second bucket of the night.
Nice work around the rim, taking it up with confidence.
Green up top. He's got 6. That one goes in.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Timeout called. Sacramento. Richard, taking a look at Jalen Green's career so far. He's certainly not bashful shooting the ball.
No, and I think it's because his coaches and teammates want him to be confident, B.A. Because once he gets a few to fall, man, this man becomes very dangerous.
Tate's checked in for Houston. Thompson comes in for Van Vliet. McGee, he's checked in for Sacramento. Herder comes in for Fox. Here's Lyles. Oh, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. 1:36 left to play in the first half. Green with the ball. Give him 8 points now. Whitmore. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. Herder against Thompson. Now here's Herder. Pass to Ellis. Over Green. Ellis's shot is off. The Rockets trail. 59 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Tate. Hauled in by McGee. Sacramento has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Vezinkov. Yet to see a basket. Pass to McGee. Shoots over Şengün. A nice shot by McGee. And the Kings lead by 8. The Rockets have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Green up top. And here's Tate. 6 to shoot. Banked it in off the glass.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
There's Herder with the 3. Hits the trifecta. Herder's got his first 3 points of the game. So we conclude the first half. The Kings on top, up 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
27.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a fast pace for Sacramento at the outset. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. They closed the first quarter with a 6-point advantage. Then in a hard-fought second quarter, they more than held their own, increasing their advantage to finish up 9 at the break. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
The production they've gotten from their bench has been phenomenalistic. I don't know if that's a word, but it sounded good. As we know, depth is important to any team's success. They're demonstrating that. And who knows, it might get the starters a kick in the pants. No one wants to be outshined.
And Kenny, what do you have to say about the Rockets?
Well, I'm seeing way too much selfish play. Don't try to attack the defense 1-on-5. Move the basketball, look for others, and then get your teammates involved. That's a recipe for winning.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. Fox and Monk, they're the guards. Barnes and Murray at the 3 and the 4. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And Fox is so slick with the handles. I love watching him show off like this.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. They trail by 11. To the inside. And Sengun throw it down.
It's hard to know what Green is going to do in these sets. He uses that unpredictability pretty much to his advantage there.
Fox with the ball. Guarded by Smith. Misses off the left iron.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First team foul.
Well, Mike Brown is known as a great defensive coach, but he led the Kings to an all-time great offensive season in 2023.
Yeah, and they actually ranked towards the bottom of the league defensively. So for them going forward, we'll see if Brown's expertise can bolster the Kings' defense.
And he drops the first.
Very good from here. Green over 80% from the line.
And both free throws good for Green. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Fox the pass to Sabonis. Pass to Monk. The shot no good. Green with the defensive effort. Now here's Van Vliet. The 3 is up. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
And the luxury of having Van Vliet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Kings finally last season snapped their 16-year playoff drought. And Coach Mike Brown said, quote, "You take a job to try and build a championship-level team. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you have to believe. We are going to keep working, and we will get there." Brian?
Well, that's what he's all about. He's the reigning coach of the year, Allie. Thank you. The Kings have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Now Fox. Give him 8. Over Van Vliet. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Sabonis has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Houston calls timeout. And to touch on Sabonis' game, his rebounding might not get enough credit, RJ.
And it should be. He's almost always a lock to be a top 10 rebounder in this league. He's a quality passer, and sometimes his glass work falls under the radar.
Green's checked in for Şengün, and Holiday subbed in for Green. Green, the pass to Brooks. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Can't connect from short range.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
And Barnes with a basket. The assist from Fox.
Assisted by.
And the Kings lead by 8.
We all know that Fox can score, but there he is reminding you that he can also drop some dimes.
Green, the pass to Smith. Brooks against Barnes. Green up top. Outside Holiday. 4 on the clock. Great D that time from Monk.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. He shoots it. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. And now a 10-point Kings lead.
I love the mechanics on Murray's jumper. They have been solid since he entered into this league.
Here's Brooks. Rejected by Barnes. Out to Fox. Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. Goes back up.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
No good on the shot.
2 minutes.
The Rockets have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Down low. Green. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes.
Yeah, no question Van Vliet was going to find his man. He has excellent court vision.
Timeout called. Sacramento.
T-shirts are incoming. Who wants one? You gotta get loud.
And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Steven Adams checked in for Green. Whitmore comes in for Smith. Eason's checked in for Brooks. And it's Thompson in for Holiday. And the Kings will go for a different look here. McGee, he's checked in for Sabonis. Lyles comes in for Barnes. Herter's checked in for Monk. And Ellis is subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Now here's Thompson. Still without a bucket. Ooh, some solid defense from Herter.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Pass to McGee. Over Thompson. McGee's shot is off. The Rockets have gone 4 of 8 in the third. Here's Whitmore. Lays it up and banks it in.
Already an intelligent playmaker, Thompson moves the ball well for a rookie.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to McGee. Here's Lyles. Left side Herter. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
The ball. In for the Kings.
For Houston, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Van Vliet up top. He's got 5. Shoots. He can't get it to go. The Kings leading. 24 seconds left in the third. Thompson against Herter. Adams, the pass to Van Vliet. The 3. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Kings ahead, up by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Smith plays the 4 with Shingun at the 5. Green is the 2 with Tate at the 3. And it's Holiday in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. And the Kings shooting at about 44% so far. Here's Monk. And the bucket is good. And the Kings lead by 8.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Holiday against Fox. Step back and fire. That one a little long.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Good on the bucket.
Look at Fox fearlessly going inside, hunting for a higher percentage look.
And it's Holiday with the ball for the Rockets. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Tate. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Fox. And they get it back. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night. Holiday passes to Tatum. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. A rebound by Vezenkov.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
The Rockets have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Tate. Rebound by the Kings. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. Green against Monk. Five to shoot. The shot comes out. Green with the defensive effort. The Rockets trail. On the wing, Holiday. With some arc. Oh, some solid defense from Fox.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying. And he hasn't made one shot yet. I feel for it.
Herder gets the bucket. And the Kings lead by 10.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Timeout called. Houston. Well, of late, it seems like Kevin Herder has taken his game to another level, Richard.
Well, a knockdown shooter, the Kings have made it a priority to set him up for quality looks, and they have reaped the benefits of those looks.
Making some changes. Brooks comes in for Tate, and Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And the shot goes. Smith's got his first points in this one.
That 6'10" height to Smith almost surprises you. He doesn't move like that, but it really helps him inside.
Sabonis finds Fox. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Green against Monk. Green, the pass to Şengün. And it's in there.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in, coming off that pick.
The Kings have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Şengün against Sabonis. Here's Herter. Good work defensively by Brooks. For Houston, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. With the second effort, it's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. And no good on the shot. Trying to follow through after the contact. But he'll shoot 2 at the line instead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
And the first one at the line is good, and R.J. Parody has been a league gold. Last season was as closely contested as we've seen in recent memory.
Yeah, hopefully it's a sign of things to come, and with the new CBA, I think it will. While super teams do capture the imagination, I think a healthy competition is always for the best.
Keegan Murray's checked in for the Kings. Both free throws good from Barnes. And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. It's a 10-point game.
In the game. 2 minutes.
Pass to Smith. Now here's Van Vliet. 6 on the shot clock. And here is Green. Three-pointer, no good. 1:36 left to play in the fourth quarter. And it's Fox missing. Houston now, time running out. To the paint. Here's Şengün. Hauled in by the Kings. Sabonis has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Fox, the pass to Barnes. Back to Murray. Pass to Barnes. Over Van Vliet. Sacramento again missing. And Houston is shooting around 35% from the field so far. Outside for Green. To the middle. Smith no good. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fox, the pass to Sabonis. Outside Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keegan Murray. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Shoots from 14. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ellis. He's covered by Holiday. Ellis passes to Sabonis. Outside Herter. From deep. He buries it from 3.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
finish.
Nice.
You also know it's a tight game because I haven't heard anything from Bash the whole quarter. Bash is playing in the library now. He's focused.
I would try to lock in.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony at the table with me. And the fourth member of our crew, David Aldridge, our sideline reporter. And now the Lakers starting group. At the guard positions, Russell and Reeves. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. And it's Hachimura in at the 3 spot. And for Houston, the guard spots are Van Vliet and Green. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Smith. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And this new season just underway, Steve, for young teams looking to level up. How much can statement wins over top teams boost their confidence now?
A lot, Kevin. Big wins breed confidence. And confidence in this league is critical.
So the Rockets win the tip. And here is Brooks. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. Smith kicks to Brooks. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Smith right side. It's hauled in by LeBron. Şengün with the rebound. And talking about LeBron James, Steve, he still is on the hunt for more championships.
Kevin, that hunger is still evident. He's all about finishing his career on a strong note, which includes winning as many titles as possible. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
To the paint. And Davis can't get it to go.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Here's Van Vliet. Here's Smith. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And with his length, Smith can have a huge impact on the boards. He's got sneaky hops, and he's got great quicks off the bounce there to help on those follow-ups.
The Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Can't hit from in close.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Here's Reeves. Last time out, he had 14 points. Shot clock at 5. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now here's Green. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Van Vliet wide open. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist.
Comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. Fred does a lot of things for this team.
Here's Reeves, guarded by Green. Here's Davis. The Rockets pull it in. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
A bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
You know, it started off poor execution at the top of the list for me, and that typically leads to a low field goal percentage.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Van Vliet, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Fantastic work from Van Vliet. I love that he doesn't back away from contact.
And something a lot of people notice about Fred Van Vliet are his instincts with the ball.
GA, he's got a sixth sense for how to run the offense, seeing when and where to move the ball in order to create quality looks. for his guys.
And the first one at the line is good.
He is one of the toughest players in this game, both mentally and physically. Fred VanVleet never stops working, and he's reached star status.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Whitmore comes in for Jabari Smith. Tate, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Thompson in for Green. And so VanVleet nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Dinwiddie passes to Vanderbilt. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Dinwiddie outside. From outside the arc. The shot, no good. Houston leading by 3. Up top, Tate, guarded by Prince. Fires from 14. Another miss by Houston. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, and you could see the crowd's reaction with every make. It wasn't pretty.
And the first one drops. Greg, looking at the history of the Lakers, they always feel they're a title contender.
And they've been to the finals in every decade. Their longest championship drought in L.A., just 12 years. So, to me, the best franchise in NBA history.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for Fred VanVleet. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. Rockets have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Holiday against Russell. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Yeah, fearless move by Russell, just challenging the defense, going right to the heart.
And there is a whistle, and that's going to go on Jackson Hayes. That's his first foul. Wood, he's checked in for Hayes.
On the floor for the Lakers, Christian Wood.
Here's Holiday. And it's Russell with the rebound. The Lakers in the lead. Prince outside. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Taurean Prince takes the hit, maintains focus. He's a tough individual.
Pass to Whitmore. Good work there as it goes.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Now Russell. He's coming off a 19-point game against Miami.
We can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points at the line that way.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Whitmore with it. Vanderbilt defending. 11 feet away. Wood with the block. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the slam dunk by Russell.
Displaying superb leaping ability. Russell's electric in the air for someone his size.
Now here's Thompson. Nothing on the board. Passes to Adams. Here's Whitmore. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers on top as they wrap up the first quarter on a 12-4 run. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Lakers here so far, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Los Angeles leading by 5. The wings, Green and Brooks. Green is out there with Alper and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron James last season passed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to become the NBA's all-time leading scorer. LeBron says, that record was never in my head because I've always been a pass-first guy. So it was never a goal of mine. Kevin, there's perhaps no greater tribute to James's all-around game that he could set that mark without setting his mind to it. Back to you.
Well said, D.A. Thank you. And that one's good. Hachimura. And the Lakers lead by 3. You know, Smitty, one of the all-time great playoff series, those 2000 Western Conference Finals. Kobe's Lakers against your Blazers. They were something.
Kevin, thanks for reminding me. We lost in 7. Shaq and Kobe had never won a title, and I think if we'd have won that series, they might have broke them up. I actually, Kevin, shot 60% from 3 in that series.
Here's Davis, and then jammed down as he goes right over Jalen Green.
Oh, my. See, you can't do that without great athleticism, and that's one thing AD brings to the party.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Brooks outside. And it's off from three-point range. Lakers leading by 5. Loads it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Let's see some of the numbers here for LeBron James. So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. And for his size and Steve, when healthy, Anthony Davis is as agile and mobile as they come.
That's his secret sauce, Kevin. He has great size and skill, but his ability to move like a guard really separates him from other bigs.
T-shirts to the loudest sections. So make some noise.
Houston making some changes. Steve checked in for Green. And Torrey Eason subbed in for Dylan Brooks. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. James checked in for Russell. Now here's LeBron. Eason grabs the board. Van Vliet outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Assertive play by Fred in the paint. He wanted that foul, and he got it.
The Rockets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Fred Van Vliet, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for. And so Van Vliet nails both of them. Lakers leading by 5. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. Jabari Smith picks one up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Austin Reeves.
And the free throw, no good. Rockets trail by 7. Green, the pass to Eason. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. The pass to Hayes. LeBron left side. From the corner. And it's good for 2.
LeBron James.
LeBron's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
That's the right strategy. Get the ball to LeBron. Let him go to work.
Smith inside. Working on Hayes. Smith, no good. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Hachimura, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Shot by Eason, no good. Lakers leading by 7. Down low, here's Davis. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. And Van Vliet, here we go. Smith outside. Houston moving it around. Van Vliet on the wing, covered by LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Here's Eason with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Şengün's got his second bucket of the night.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tipping.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Once again, your Black City Texans.
So the Rockets end up going with a whole new group. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Christian Woods checked in for Anthony Davis. Vanderbilt comes in for Jackson Hayes. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Rui Hachimura. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Austin Reeves. Here's Tate. That one's not going to go. Prince with the defensive effort.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's James. Oh, James absorbed the hit on the drive.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Rockets trail by 7. Smitty will remember this date, February 8th, 2023, a very special night. LeBron passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time scoring list.
Kevin, that record is a testament to LeBron's will. He takes incredible care of his body. At 20 years in, LeBron James still playing at a high level.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Goes back up. James converts inside.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Adams with the slam.
This is where you want Adams to have the ball. Can't get a higher percentage look than that.
They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
James. LeBron fights his way through.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
Holiday against James. On the wing, Holiday. No scoring in this one. Thompson misses. Lakers have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. LeBron going to work inside.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Thompson inside the line. No good that time. And we've reached halftime in this one.
With a score,
Lakers lead by 11. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 4 rebounds. Shaq, what'd you think about the Lakers?
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. Because we all know scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots in the half court.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Rockets?
Well, it's never fun. When you're playing against a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, but it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent can sustain this kind of shooting.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So the Lakers 5 right now. Down in the block, it's LeBron and Davis. At the guard positions, Russell and Reeves. And it's Hachimura in at the 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Van Vliet. Great D that time from Davis. Lakers leading by 13. LeBron outside. The fadeaway. Green with the rebound.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. This Lakers franchise, of course, has a lot of championships, but they know that nothing's given. Coach Darvin Ham said that ring and them banners don't come if you ain't on your thing. You've got to be focused and make every day count. Talking about championship. At some point, the lip service gets old. You've got to go do it. Kevin, back to you.
Got to go do it. He's all about action. David, thank you.
Boy, he bodied them inside. Davis isn't shy about fighting for it.
Şengün finds Smith. Good D by LeBron.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Reeves gets the bucket. Reeves has got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Davis against Şengün. For 3, Van Vliet. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Reeves can't hit. Rockets trail by 15. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Brooks. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to LeBron. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Hachimura against Brooks. Hachimura kicks to LeBron. Over Smith. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Hachimura. LeBron's got 14.
The acute awareness of LeBron. Sees the clock running down. Doesn't panic.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Checked in for the Rockets. Tari Eason comes in for Brooks. The Lakers also with the sub. Hayes is checked in. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Right side, Green. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Outside, Green. They could use a bucket. Here's Şengün. An easy 2 points on the layup. Şengün's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
Reeves the pass to Hayes. Pass to Reeves.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
It's Davis on the wing. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter of the game. Van Vliet with it. He's got 7. Şengün. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Şengün's got 10.
He's heady. He's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Whitmore comes in for Tari Eason. Thompson, he's checked in for Jalen Green. And Aaron Holiday is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. The Lakers also making some changes. Vanderbilt's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Prince comes in for Hachimura. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Austin Reeves. And so it's Houston with it, following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Green. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently. And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Now here's Thompson. Still yet to score. To the middle. And Adams kicks to Thompson. Here's Whitmore. Defended by Prince. Clock at 4. And that one's good, Whitmore.
And he might be a rookie, but Whitmore can play some bully ball. He will get it inside and be as physical as anybody.
Out to the right wing. Vanderbilt the pass to Davis. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Davis has got 10 points in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Smith is out there with Whitmore. Then it's Green, then it's Brooks, and it's Thompson in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen
violation.
And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Sunday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets. James outside, over Green, and another basket for the Lakers.
Dynamic from anywhere. If LeBron has the ball, watch out.
James against Green. Down low. Here's Whitmore. Second chance shot. Fades back. Misses off the right iron.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Pass to Davis. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Brooks outside. And Steve, with the way these NBA players can reach out to each other with ease, how much off-court communication do you think is going on?
I think a lot is going on, Kevin. A lot of these players have been playing with each other or against each other from a long time since they were young in AAU. Because of social media and also the internet, it makes the world that much smaller. These guys communicate way more than we did.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's Whitmore, top of the key. Green passes to Thompson. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Los Angeles leading by 23. Dinwiddie outside. Davis finds Wood. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's James. That shot misses.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And it's Wood with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Dinwiddie. He can't get that one. Smith with some nice D. Rockets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Green against James. Green, no luck. Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie outside. From deep three-point land, Davis. It's good on the putback.
That's inexcusable defense. You must put a body on Davis or you will pay for it.
And here is Green. Here's Thompson. The Lakers with the rebound. Woods got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
James kicks to Wood. A putback. Davis on the follow. Davis has got 22 points.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And Whitmore with the basket on the assist by Green. Green's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's James. Now Dinwiddie.
In the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Davis. Makes it off the glass.
Anthony Davis.
Davis has got 18 points now here in the second half.
Anthony Davis is one of those players that can single-handedly win games for you.
Here's Smith. Great D that time from Davis. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. James finds Prince. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul.
Personal
Greg
foul.
is a guy that led the offense, a floor general. Do you think we're in the golden era of point guards?
Kevin, it's hard to say. I mean, the 80s had Magic and Isaiah. The 90s had Stockton and Peyton. The 2000s with Nash and Kidd. But this era is deep. You got Curry, Lillard, Doncic, Morant, and, of course, CP3 is still going.
There's the pass to Hachimura. Right wing. Here's Reeves. He's covered by Thompson.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Davis.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Offensive rebound. Adams finds Eason. Great look, but off the mark. Now here's Dinwiddie. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled through this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. LeBron, when you know AD is behind you, how does that help you defensively?
You can stay home. You can allow him to play one-on-one versus a guard versus a big, and you can stay home and be able to box out and get rebounds because he's that good.
It's quite a 1-2 punch, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.